Okay, now the long-awaited third part of the Teletubbies Everywhere recap. Yeah, I kind of wanted to focus on other stuff, and that's why I didn't come back to this, but now I'm back. This next episode is Handshape's Fish. When this aired on PBS, this was actually the very last Teletubbies Everywhere episode to air on that channel on PBS, apparently. It was season 2, episode 10. I say season 2 because, I feel like the second half of, the Teletubbies Everywhere series on PBS was, basically, I don't know, second season, because some websites don't list off those episodes, so, yeah, apparently, but yeah. So, on PBS, they only aired, 44 of the Teletubbies Everywhere episodes, so yeah. So, let's see how it starts. The first segment is Tinky Winky making tubby custard on a chartreuse background. He's, making, messes. Apparently, these tubby custard splats are seen behind him. And yeah. And then on a yellow background, the tubby custard splats appear again, and the Nunu tidies them up. The TV event has Tinky Winky being chosen, and he's shown on a pink background. Tinky Winky appears a lot in this episode. That's pretty weird. The video comes from the United States, apparently. And this was actually kind of a sequel to a TV event from the original series called handshape's Turkey. Yeah, it's the same girl. I think her name's Kathy, and this time her brother's here, and they're making, different kinds of paintings with, fish in them. And yeah. And I actually do have this Teletubbies Everywhere episode on the Naughty Nunu VHS. Yeah, apparently, when I first got the tape, it was a screening copy, and it only featured, the Teletubbies Everywhere segment. It did not feature the rest of the video, but now I have the official release. This next segment is, the Teletubbies, making footprints, tubby custard footprints, on green background. And the footprints make the shape of the number 8. Yeah. And then the Teletubbies appear one by one to give each other a big hug as the episode ends. Lala appears, and then Poe, and then Tinky Winky, and then Dipsy. I didn't write down what color background. It's on a pink background. When Dipsy appears, he makes a splat sound, kind of like the tubby custard when spilled. At the beginning, the Teletubbies appear in this order, say uh-oh, and at the end, say goodbye. Poe, then Dipsy, Tinky Winky, and Lala on blue background. And then Poe is the first one to appear, and the last one disappear on greenish-yellow background. So yeah. For some odd reason, the official YouTube channel did not upload this episode. I'm not sure why, but yeah. Also, for some odd reason, sometimes, this episode's called Handshape's Fist. I guess that's kind of a typo. But yeah. It's pretty weird. I mean, I guess they do use their fists to, make the pictures, but I'm not sure. This one is called Idlis. This is an interesting episode. 4 Lalas appear on greenish-yellow background. Tinky Winky's bag appears on a chartreuse background, and then he and his bag both appear on greenish-gray background. Dipsy makes a green circle on a greenish-blue background. And then Poe is chosen for a TV event on a dark green background. This girl from India and her mom is making idlis, aka rice patties. Yeah, they're these kinds of bread made from rice and stuff. And it actually looks so delicious. I so want to try it. I don't know about you. But yeah. This episode aired as episode 12 on PBS. And it was not uploaded by the official YouTube channel, so it's a rare episode. But yeah. And then the Teletubbies appear one by one to give each other a big hug. This time in this order: Dipsy, then Tinky Winky, Lala, and then Po. And when Po appears, she makes a squeaking sound. The Teletubbies appear to say "uh-oh" and "goodbye" in this order: Lala, Tinky Winky, Po, and Dipsy on pink background, and then Lala's the first one to appear and the last one to disappear on a light pink background. Now, Carousel. This one's a very interesting episode. This was also not uploaded by the official YouTube channel. But yeah, some of these episodes were released on home video, which I'm actually going to do a separate video on the home videos. So yeah. Kind of like a sneak peek or something that I just mentioned. Wow. My cheek really hurts. 7 Tinky Winkies appear on a pink background. Then the Teletubbies say "uh-oh" on a sky blue background. Then Tinky Winky's chosen on orange background. A girl from France is going to ride a carousel, which is like a merry-go-round. It's actually a very interesting TV event, and probably the only part of this episode I remember. But yeah. Yeah, apparently. And the Teletubbies run up to each other to give each other a big hug on a yellowish beige background. The Teletubbies appear to say "uh-oh" and "goodbye" in this order: Dipsy, Po, Lala, then Tinky Winky. And Dipsy's the first on a pink background, and Dipsy's the first one to appear and the last one to disappear on a beige background. When the Teletubbies disappear, some of the audio of them saying goodbye is not heard for some reason. I could have sworn that did not happen, but yeah. I think some versions they fixed that error, but like I'm not sure. This next one's washing clothes, another rare episode that was not uploaded by the official YouTube channel. But yeah. Let's see. Dipsy and Lala draw a light purple oval on indigo background. An umbrella appears on a green background, and a cloud appears on a pink background. And Tinky Winky uses the umbrella to protect himself from the rain on a blue background. And then Dipsy is chosen on a yellow background. This time, some kids from South Africa are washing clothes. So yeah. I actually do specifically remember various parts of this episode. I mean, I remember this TV event, but I'm not sure about the rest of the episode. Then Tinky Winky does an umbrella dance on a reddish-orange background. And then the Teletubbies come to each other to give each other a big hug. This time the alternate music is heard. And, yeah. Dang it, I didn't write, like, what... I didn't write what color backgrounds some of these take place on. The Idlis big hug scene takes place on a blue background. The Carousel big hug scene takes place on a kind of like a beige background, very bright beige, and the washing clothes like big hug scene takes place on oh my god, on a green background. My god. So yeah. The Teletubbies appear to say "oh" and "goodbye" in this order: Tinky Winky, Lala, Dipsy, and Po on a yellowish-green background. And Tinky Winky is the first one to appear and the last one to disappear on pink background. Next up is Snails. This aired as episode 17 on PBS and was not uploaded by the official YouTube channel. Another rare episode. I put these when I say rare because I'm pretty sure it's not really that rare, but yeah. 4 Teletubbies appear on beige background. Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Lala, and Po, of course. They discuss about fast and slow on a brownish red background. And during this segment, the audio of the Teletubbies saying again when the dancing bear's about to dance a second time is heard, and the Teletubbies saying no is heard from Tubby Bye Bye. But yeah. Oh, crud. But next, it's the TV event. Po gets chosen on a gray background. Some kids from Korea are looking at snails, and the Teletubbies appear one by one to give each other a big hug. And happens on a dark pink background. They appear in this order: Po, Lala, Dipsy, and Tinky Winky. When they all appear, they make a knocking sound like this. Yeah. The Teletubbies appear to say uh-oh and goodbye in this order: Lala, Tinky Winky, Po, and Dipsy on green background. And Lala is the first one to appear and the last one to say goodbye on a pinkish green background. Oh my god. Next up is Fetching Water. This is an interesting one. This aired as episode 18 on PBS. And sometimes it's listed as dog fetching, but I swear there's no dog in this TV event. But yeah, it's not uploaded by the official YouTube channel, so it's another rare episode. But yeah. 2 Dipsies appear on pinkish beige background. Po discussed about wet and dry when she ends up under a rain cloud on a bluish indigo background. Tinky Winky is chosen for a TV event on pinkish purple background. These kids from Morocco are getting some water and stuff. So yeah. It's actually a very interesting one. Lala, Dipsy, and Nunu dance on a light blue background. Some descriptions I heard they mentioned that they make a shape of an X in this scene, but like that does not happen at all. I don't think that happens in any episodes. But yeah. And then they appear one by one on orangish beige background to give each other a big hug. Lala appears first with a toy ukulele sound playing, Dipsy with a water dripping, Po with a squeak, and Tinky Winky with a honk. Yeah, like a car honking or something. The Teletubbies appear to say uh-oh and goodbye in this order, on bluish indigo background. Dipsy, Po, Lala, and Tinky Winky. Dipsy is the first one to appear and the last one to disappear on a red background. And that's it. That's all I have to say. I thought I had to say more, but yeah. Who Fiddle. This one is a very interesting episode. Another rare episode. I actually do mean that this episode's rare. Not uploaded by the official YouTube channel again. And aired as episode 13 on PBS. But yeah. 10 Lalas appear on an indigo background. Tinky Winky does a dance on greenish beige background. Dipsy gets chosen for a TV event. On a bluish white background. And like Dipsy's like TV screen is seen like around the screen, like the glowy part of his body is still seen for few seconds when the TV event starts. This girl's learning how to play an erhu fiddle from Taiwan. It's actually a very interesting instrument. I'm not sure how to explain it, but yeah. Po and Tinky Winky do a dance on a pink background, and then the Teletubbies appear one by one on a brownish orange background to give each other a big hug. Dipsy first, he makes a doink sound, like doink. PBS Kids, like that. Tinky Winky he plays a sound of fast slide whistle. Lala makes a farting sound. And Po makes like the sound of like, I guess Lala's ball bouncing off a wall or something. The Teletubbies appear in this order to say goodbye in Uh-Oh, Tinky Winky, Lala, Dipsy, and Po, and Tinky Winky's the first one to appear on dark pink background. They say Uh-Oh and goodbye on yellow background. And that's it for this part.